What do we learn from childhood? There is only one world, one life, one chance. But what if that whole story is incomplete? Multiverse. The name sounds fancy, but its meaning is very simple. Our world is not alone. Apart from it, there could be countless other worlds. And in each world, there could be you, but each time, different. Example, imagine you are standing in front of a tree. There are two paths ahead, left and right. You choose left. But does the right path disappear? No. In another world, you chose right, and now both yous are living different lives. Now think carefully. What did you do this morning? Woke up early or late? Had tea or coffee? Worked or procrastinated? Called someone or didn't? These seem like small decisions, but every decision changes the direction of your life. Now imagine if every possible decision becomes real in some world. Then, meaning, in one world you are Elon Musk, in one world you are doing an average job, and in one world you have completely failed. And all three are not just imagination, but real. Professor Frank Wilczek of Princeton University, a Nobel laureate, says, "Quantum mechanics tells us that reality is a superposition. Many possibilities exist simultaneously. The multiverse is just the cosmic extension of that idea." Now the mind trembles, because this is not just thought. Science stands behind it, and from three sides, quantum mechanics. Heard the name? This is the same science, where things behave beyond our understanding. Here a particle, at the same time, can be in one place and also in another place. Yes, simultaneously. This is called superposition, meaning reality is not fixed. It is spread across many possibilities. Example, Schrödinger's cat, a cat in a closed box. Inside, a radioactive particle that has a 50% chance of decaying. According to quantum mechanics, until you open the box, the cat is both dead and alive at the same time. That is superposition. Now the game begins here. In 1957, Princeton physicist Hugh Everett III proposed an idea in his PhD thesis, the relativity of the state, later called the many worlds interpretation. Everett said, whenever reality chooses one option, the other options do not disappear. They turn into different worlds. Meaning, in one universe you said yes, in another you said no, and both are true. Prominent physicist Sean Carroll says, the world is an endlessly branching reality, splitting every time an event occurs with multiple possible outcomes. Many worlds provides the simplest, most economical interpretation, where space-time and gravity naturally emerge from a deeper reality called the wave function. Everything starts with the Big Bang. About 13.8 billion years ago, the entire universe was in a very tiny, very dense point, a singularity. And then, a massive explosion happened, which we call the Big Bang. But here's a twist. Most people think that the Big Bang happened only once, and that's it. Our universe was born. But some physicists say that is not the whole story. In 1980, physicist Alan Guth proposed the theory of cosmic inflation. According to him, immediately after the Big Bang, the universe expanded by 10 to the 26th times in 10 to the minus 35th seconds. That is, from a tiny particle to the size of the entire observable universe. Example, imagine you are blowing up a balloon. Suddenly, in 1 second, it becomes the size of the whole room. Inflation was even faster than that. Now pay attention here. Guth and others went further. This inflation never completely stopped, meaning, where our universe formed, inflation stopped. But elsewhere, it is still going on. And wherever it stops, a new universe is born. This is called eternal inflation. Now think, if inflation is constantly happening and stopping in different places to create new universes, then our universe is just one bubble in a vast cosmic foam, and there could be countless such bubbles. Each bubble equals a different universe, and the rules of each universe could be different. Somewhere gravity is weak, somewhere strong, somewhere atoms may not even be stable, and because of this, life may not be possible in every universe. Now we come to string theory, the most ambitious and controversial theory of modern physics. String theory says particles are not actually points, but tiny vibrating strings, and these strings vibrate in different dimensions. In our world, there are 3 space plus 1 time dimension, but string theory says there could be 10 or 11 dimensions in total. Now think, if extra dimensions exist, then is it possible that other universes exist in these hidden dimensions? This concept is called brain multiverse, meaning Our universe is a brain, floating in a higher dimensional space, and other brains could be very close, but invisible. According to the work of prominent physicists Raphael Boussot and Joseph Polchinski, the landscape of string theory suggests that the constants of nature could take different values in different pocket universes. The number of possible vacuums could be 10 to the 500th or even more. Now here comes another powerful concept: fine-tuning problem. Have you ever thought why the laws of our universe are so perfectly set? Let's understand with facts. Gravity. If gravity were 10 to the 36 times stronger, the universe would have collapsed immediately after the Big Bang. If it were 10 to the 36 times weaker, no stars or galaxies would form. This precision is like balancing a pencil on its tip and having it not fall. Dark energy. The value of dark energy is about 10 to the minus 122. If it were even slightly larger, the universe would expand so fast that no atoms could form. If it were smaller, the universe would have already collapsed. Strong nuclear force. If it were 2% stronger, protons and neutrons would stick together and hydrogen would not form. Water, essential for life, would not exist. If it were 2% weaker, atomic nuclei would not form at all. Electromagnetic force. If it changed even a little, carbon and oxygen would not be produced in stars. We are carbon-based life. This cannot be a coincidence. Now the question, how did all this become so perfectly set? Two possibilities. First, some higher intelligence designed it. This is the intelligent design argument. Second, infinite universes exist, and we simply happen to be in the universe where conditions are right for life. In other universes, life does not exist at all, so we cannot be there. This is called anthropic principle. Nobel laureate Steven Weinberg said, "The fact of fine-tuning is the strongest argument for the multiverse." If we were in a single universe, why would these constants be so precise? The multiverse provides a natural explanation. Now let's talk. Is there any proof? This is the biggest issue. Multiverse theory is very powerful, but direct proof is almost impossible. Why? Because other universes may be completely disconnected from us. Cosmic microwave background. This is the radiation, left over from the Big Bang, about 2.7 Kelvin. In 2004, NASA's WMAP satellite, and later in 2013, ESA's Planck satellite mapped the CMB. They found a very large cold spot. Statistically, the probability of a cold spot of this size being random is only 1.5%. Scientist Laura Mersini-Houghton had already predicted that such cold spots could be created by the multiverse when another universe collided with ours. At CERN, the Large Hadron Collider, scientists smash particles together near the speed of light. Some physicists believe if extra dimensions exist, energy could leak away in the collision, meaning some energy would disappear from our universe, and this could be a signal that energy went into another dimension or universe. So far, no clear evidence has been found at the LHC, but research continues. Quantum entanglement. When two particles are entangled, then affecting one particle instantly affects the other, no matter how far apart they are. Einstein called it spooky action at a distance. Some physicists, like David Deutsch, speculate, could entanglement be part of a deeper reality? Could it be possible that this connection exists between multiple universes? In the many worlds interpretation, correlations simply persist across different branches. In 2023, the Nanograv collaboration found signs of a cosmic gravitational wave background using pulsar timing arrays. Some theorists believe that if other universes collided with ours, they might leave distinctive patterns in gravitational waves. Now another deep question. If the multiverse is true, then the rules of physics are not universal, meaning the laws we know may be limited to our universe, and outside, completely different physics could be at play. Here comes the biggest criticism. Karl Popper's famous criterion. For a theory to be scientific, it must be falsifiable. The multiverse theory does not make any direct prediction that we can test within our universe. Nobel laureate Roger Penrose says, "The multiverse idea is a mockery of the scientific method. If you allow everything to happen somewhere, then no prediction remains meaningful. This is not science, it's a convenient excuse." On the other hand, Sean Carroll and Max Tegmark argue that the multiverse can be tested indirectly. Tegmark proposed the mathematical universe hypothesis, that every mathematically consistent structure is a physical reality. The real question is the multiverse the limit of science or its end? Because if the multiverse is true, we may never find a theory of everything, since each universe would have its own laws. Now we come to the most brutal truth. If infinite universes exist, then every possible event is happening somewhere. Meaning, in one universe humanity is advancing, and in another, it has already been wiped out. Now think, if reality is so vast, then what is the importance of your individual life? Philosopher Nick Bostrom gave the simulation argument, that we ourselves could be living in a simulation. If every possible outcome is true somewhere, then does failure really exist? Or is it just one of your versions? And if, in one world, you are already dead, then, in another world, are you still alive? Practical takeaway: whether the multiverse exists or not, you have only this one consciousness, at this moment, in this universe. Ethically, your responsibility is to this version. Other versions will not come to fix your mistakes. Now the final and most powerful thing. Suppose, in the future it is proven that the multiverse really exists. Then, what would change? Could you go to another universe? Probably not. Could you meet your other version? Almost impossible. So, practically, your life would remain the same. This means, whether the multiverse exists or not, your reality is right here. Now the choice is yours. You can treat this as an interesting theory and move on, or you can take it as a reminder that you do not have infinite chances. You have only this one life, and in this one, you have to become your best version. Because it is possible that somewhere else, another version is better than you. But in this universe, your competition is only you versus you. And perhaps that is the biggest reality. Final line. The universe may be infinite, but your consciousness, this moment of yours, is absolutely unique. Do not waste it.